Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on road to Tunis. I was about to say road to Dumas for some reason. No idea why. But in the west, we got Momo4sh0 fighting here for America, freedom, democracy. The 1st Infantry Division in the southeast, it is sovereign, fighting for the Deutsches Afrika, the 90th Panzergrenadier Division here with a CoH3 Panzergrenadier start here. No battle groups chosen here. And Momo racing off here with special operations and the M29 Weasel. As always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters to keep the Propagandacast running through thick and thin. Also, a big thanks to Killian, I hope I pronounced that correctly, for donating to support the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you, Killian. So, CoH3 moving forwards here. Panzer Pioneer advancing towards the southern missions port here of the southern compound. Weasel just racing ahead there for freedom and democracy. Panzergrenadier out here for Sovereign and the German army. CoH3 rushing northwards there. Further north here, we've got the scouts advancing there. And Rifleman arriving here to support Momo and his quest for freedom. CoH3 in there, busy grabbing points here. Southern point being seized here by the Panzer Pioneer still. Weasel moving forwards. Looks like he might be waiting for the munitions here for the 30 cal there. Before moving ahead, or maybe he's just forgotten about it. It's hard to say here. I guess he just forgot. Oh, there we go. It is, in fact, he was just waiting to get enough munitions to upgrade it with a 30 cal as soon as possible here. Panzer Pioneer looks like they might be hitting that compound here, trying to mess up there. Almost capping order here. Rival squad there, busy hiding behind some crates. And up north here, scouts busy seizing points there. So far, all nice and quiet. Otherwise, no encounters yet. Second Panzer squad here for Sovereign. No sign of any Italians or any excessive use of Panzer Pioneer. Definitely a bit rare to see a Deutsches Afrika player relying heavily on their Panzer Grenadiers. Brass quickly moving, occupying the building here, scouring the rooms. Panzer Pioneer being spotted out in the open now between here, the Rifle squad of the building and the Weasel. That could get a bit awkward here. Panzer with the Grenadiers, they're pushing up southwards. Could assist here the Panzer Pioneer, and up north here, we got the CoH3 now, I think, clashing with the scouts. Panzer Pioneer holding their answers behind the truck there, left behind by some very careless Italians, I imagine. Grabbing the point here, we got Panzer Pioneer pushing forward, so engaging the M29 Weasel there with some Carnot TK bolt action rifle stuff. And there you go, down to almost half health here on Momo's Weasel. Ralph's caught there, moving into the nearby heavy cover there to prevent a German assault from going through too quickly and easily versus him. Third Panzergrenadier squad here for Mr. Sovereign. Rifle squad moving in the Graham northern point of the CoH3 and the scouts, I believe, were sent packing as indeed unable to overcome the might of German motorcycles. Third Panzer squad out here. That is a lot of Panzer Grenadiers out here for the Deutsches Afrika here, 90th Panzergrenadier Division, technically 90th Light Infantry Division, but would later become a Panzer Grenadier Division. And we got here the Light Support Company up there. Panzer Grenadiers here being assailed here now. Momo going in hard here for freedom and democracy, sending in all his men there as aggressively as he can. We do have those Panzer Grenadiers being sent packing all the way back home. So not too shabby here for Momo. Not too shabby. We'll have to see what exactly the battle plan will be here for Sovereign. North here we got the CoH3 rushing in here for the northern fuel point. Racing in as swiftly as possible. Panzergrenadier, Panzer Pioneer heading northwards, realizing that the northern holdings are in danger from American incursions. We'll have to see, of course, well, would not be surprised if it ends up being the mechanized company. It is very, very popular, in particular versus the Americans, who can struggle to deal with the Armoured. Scouts, Ralph squad flank up behind here, getting behind the CoH3. In fact, he does manage to render Momo's fuel point, right side point, net base, they're neutral. A bold move there by Sovereign. Think about the heading points here rapidly and swiftly. But now we have the counterattack on the way at Panzer Pioneer, supported by an awful lot of Panzer Grenadier. In the west, we got the CoH3 versus the Weasel. Brown squad, they getting killed there. Auto drops there in the hot desert sands of North Africa. Panzer, they're pushing forwards against the Ralph squad here. Charging it and routing the Ralph squad there with some well-placed bursts from the flamethrower there. CoH3 narrowly managed to avoid their death by Weasel. Meanwhile, the Weasel there is getting blasted out by the buildings. Panzer Grenadier there. Need to reconnect everything. Momo hitting north of the fuel point as well. Very savvy there. And we do get the mechanized company, so likely the Armoured rush, as it is very powerful and thus very popular at the moment. Certainly also one of the things I definitely to expect to get nerfed in a sort of balanced patch whenever that happens. Scouts here though, quickly tangling with the Panzergrenadier there. Fun fact, before they became Panzergrenadiers were actually known as Schützen. That was sort of the title before, you know, the losses in North Africa and Stalingrad, where, you know, all the German units sort of got slightly fancy names, and that was the Schützen into Panzergrenadiers. So, little fun fact there. Panzergrenadiers heading northwards here, Rail Squad moving in as well. We got, I believe, a building there for Momo. Yes, indeed, it is the motor pool. Got Louise firing at the cartridge and going at it again. Up north, we got the Panzergrenadiers captain here up north. And we got a mechanized assault group out here for Sovereign and the German army. Bit of skirmishing there up north. We got the Panzer pushing for the captain here. Which of course also signals that Momo has gone for the infantry support center, meaning likely more upgrades for the infantry down the road. In the south here, we got the Rascal them pursued with the assault grenadiers in the half track, going in aggressively, firing the MP40s into the rear of the retreating riflemen. Up north here, Panzers remaining in the building here. We got flamethrowing units up for more to try and flash out the goddamn crowds here. And up north, Panzer Grenadiers finding out the Rascal squad here. One squad that is dangerous low in health and probably retreated for some reinforcements and maybe even some healing. Meanwhile, Momo's assault in the center, they're going through here quite well for the 1st Infantry, going for the cop on there with the scouts. Popping out here, could easily move in here and breach the building. Force out the men inside. You could of course also chuck grenades, I guess, but breach I think is just like, you know, the faster and more consistent way of getting the building. 2 units inside the building. Oh! Balls. Apparently, the riflemen, most scout engineers, did not have as an easy time of it. There we go, now we got the breach going in there. Gonna kick in the door, well, what's left of it anyways. And then clear up the building, there you go. Momo those men to get men out of their time before they suffer the full wrath there of a breaching assault grenadier squad. Up north here, they are forced back as Momo successfully swings through here with a mix of riflemen, weasels, and the scouts. And there we go, Armoured for Sovereign, very much expected. In this regard though, Momo's field control here has helped delay it a bit. You can actually get out typically around the 6-minute mark even, so good luck. Oh, good work there on Momo. We do have the M8 ground out here for him as well. But Sovereign does have like a fairly, I think, potent force here. Some upgrades for the men, I think, could also be a good idea since he's gone for so many Panzer Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers. The Veteran Squad upgrade, I think, would be very good. And here we got the Captain also up with the Assault Grenadiers. Got the Armoured out there. And there you go, Graham going forward. 250 after there, taking heavy damage. Could try a smoke grenade, but yeah, just goes down here. No mercy from Momo. And we got the 5th cal they added, the Mardus mounted on the Greyhound. Panzer is Panzer being launching another assault northwards to reclaim a fuel point there in the south. We got the cartridge swimming about, and we got the Armoured here roaming about. And we got veteran gunners. Oh my. And we got the ground gun for the Panzer Grenadiers here. We do not have any grenades to research, but they're in fact on the way here. Not the most common upgrade nowadays because most players never bother with the Panzer Grenadiers, obviously, a lot, so you don't see that one a lot. But, you know, grenades and anti-tank grenades, you know, is pretty good if you do have that many Panzer Grenadiers here, as he does. We'll have to see what else he goes for. Ambulance on the way now for him. I mean, he's got a lot of infantry that could do with a lot of healing. And the South Weasel once more probing forwards for freedom and democracy. Well, we're maintaining pretty good map control here so far. Let's see what else awaits. Chaffee could be an option here versus the Armoured. You could also go for more Greyhounds. Try and counter the German armored car here. Something standing about here. Breach the building again, I suppose. Though at this stage, it might just be better off retreating them. They're already low on health. They're bleeding out at a pretty accelerated pace. So yeah, just retreating from here is a much more wise choice there to commit for Sovereign. Up north here, German troops making good progress. In the south, Momo's Weasel pokes forwards. Further south, in the German base. Not much really going on. I mean, we got the ambulance out there finally. Onto Oberblitz. North here, we got the punch of the scouts there. Should be an easy win, unless of course a Greyhound and more Ripen arrive to assist. Momo just constantly pressuring here, Sovereign across the entire map here. Of course, the Achtrad will be a great counter-pressure tool, but he's also clearly a big concern about probing it too far ahead and then losing it to something like, you know, a bunch of bazookas from commandos. Grenades on the Greyhound causing intense damage over the anti-tank grenades here. Nice throws here by Momo's Panzergrenadier, and now, not Momo's, but Sovereign's Panzergrenadiers. We got the M24 Chaffee light tank in, we got the Achtrad moving into its line of fire here. This could turn a bit awkward here for Sovereign or for Momo. Greyhound there, heavily damaged, looks like it's going to get away. Meanwhile, got the Chaffee going for the Achtrad, which is not a bad spot. It's going to be tough for it to get away. The Panzergrenadiers can't assist either. The grenades are still on cooldown here. We got vehicle awareness, but that's not going to help against the Chaffee. With that, Momo scores a crucial early game kill here. The first Achtrad is lit ablaze. So if we got those assaultants pushing forwards here, finally freshly healed. As they're dropping one of the captain's men. Chaffee moving forwards there, veterans who won already. Momo just leaving his weasel lying about there in front of his headquarters. And another anti-tank. They do have some incredible range in those. How did they learn to fill them that far, I wonder. There goes second Achtrad out here. Clearly a big fan of heavy armoured cars. Considering again it is basically overtuned at the moment, that's not really a surprise. It is really, really good. But got the Chaffee fixed up, we got the ground on the move, and we got their Momo poking about with his weasel up north. In the south, they captured and grabbed the southern victory point here. Punch is now being equipped with the MG34. Machine and Gewehr, rifle moving forward with the BAR Browning automatic rifles. Assault grenadiers standing right next to the building here. Chuck some grenades, could also breach, which is free on the assault grenadiers, which is actually a bit of an interesting element there to keep in mind. Most of the units breach actually cost resources, for some reason it's free on them. And we can see there that Sovereign commits to another Achtrad there. Another Sonderkraftfahrzeug 232. North there, Momo comes swinging in with his vehicles. Aggressively pursuing here with the Greyhound, catching the Achtrad there on the flank. In the center, though, a fierce infantry battle here continues to play out, and Momo's men are not the winners of it so far. They are dying rather aggressively in the face of German infantry. But there you go, we got the Grand diving in pretty hard here against the Achtrad. Chaffee following up here. Need to come not to get too close here to these Panzergrenadier and their Half-Torladung anti-tank grenade. There you go, Grand keeps pushing onwards here. Gets the Achtrad, but he risks losing the Greyhound here. Still, considering the damage he did with the Greyhound, I'd say that was worth it. Good kill there. In the end there, good Chaffee moves forward, getting hit with an anti-tank grenade. So that is two Achtrads down here. That's really good work there with Momo so far. Really good work. We got a Panzerjäger group out here. Really a lot of infantry for his chap. At this point, he really should invest into veteran squad leaders, partly again 6-man Panzergrenadiers, but also just to provide the assault grenadiers and the Panzerjägers with some small bonuses as well there. I think that would be a very solid idea here. Cartridge in there being fixed up. Achtrad good to go as well here. Momo and the 1st Infantry swiftly moving in to seize as much as they can here. Chaffee being fixed up. North here we got the Weasel hauling out of there as well. Hunter there pushing forward against the Captain. Ripping through them there was some well-placed light machine gun fire here. Unleashing hell there with the Kar-90K and of course the MG34. And White. My God, they got the Captain. Well, did anyone like him? How did you mention it? Punching's being forwards. Got the Chaffee there as the Achtrad. Got the assault guns there inside the half check, but they quickly forced out of it. Which of course the combined arms bonus, which makes them even more lethal. And of course, this is where having all this influence does pay off. If it keeps them close to the vehicles, again, their combined bonuses kicks off quite spectacularly. There you go, just another Olympic level throw there. Damaging the engine. Oh, actually not the engine, just stunning the crew there of the Chaffee though. Ralph squad pushed out into the open. North side seems largely abandoned there. And what's going for the Germans? The answer seems to be sod all. As for Momo, we got the tank depot there. Moving up with that, we got Armoured on the way there for Sovereign. And we got the Panzer Storm. In the south, 30 cal there, backed up and entering hold 40 by Momo. Panzerjäger standing about here in the open, are wondering what to do next. Got that Marder almost done. Panzerpioneer hanging for that northern victory point. Scouts bringing in to try and contest that. Bring in the 30 cal in the south. Got the Marder ready there now for Sovereign. It's a German army. Up north here, Panzerpioneers the scouts. Again, the scouts just are not winning that one. Flanking around here, the 30 cal there with the Panzergrenadiers. Nice setup there by Sovereign. The 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Central Arm Squad to the Arctic. 250 half-tech ripping them as well. And they're firing away. Good shot on the Arctic. No Shermans yet. Momo's Weasel just lounging about there at the back of his base. Mine play from Momo. Nice spot there. Also got a mine. See, very good mining there by Momo. Thumbs up. Up north there. Bit of points being grabbed. Looks like he misclicked there, Mr. Sovereign. Chaffee falling back. South here, though. Rascal does have the Panzerjäger, but that allows the Panzer to fire at them using focus fire here. Which with the MD-34, of course, is really good. We got poured on them in return here. Marder moving about, the Marder fleet. Victory points-wise, it's really close here between both Momo and Sovereign. Neither player really having leading up north here. Anti-tank is going off in the Chaffee, but does allow here the Arctic to narrowly escape here. The Chaffee there, close call though for Sovereign, very close call. No real upgrades beyond that still. Bit surprised at that, really. Both the lack of a survival package, but also, again, with that much infantry, you really want the veteran schoolers, in particular when, like, you know, half of all your infantry just Panzer Grenadiers. Almost got the engineer seat, we got tactical assault there popped. There we go, Ralph's caught there, running through issues, they definitely need to retreat here. Doesn't matter how much they poured on them against MP40s being aimed correctly at that range. Overall, the MP40 was a pretty accurate submachine gun with a, you know, relatively good rate of fire. Now the Marder there, clearly concerned about enemy armor, just wants that Chaffee toast, but there you go, Sherman's out for Momo. Got the Stuka anti-tank rider ready as well. Hunter there pushing forwards. South here, Ralph squad probing forwards here. If he's going for the larger, I would not be surprised if he doesn't have upgrading any of his other Panzergrenadiers anytime soon. Machine guns, so again, a bunch of those with veteran school leaders, I think would be a pretty solid movement there as well by him. Momo Sherman there being pushed forwards through the dusty sands of North Africa. Marder fear falling back. Achard on the move, Panzer pushing forwards. One squad they could do being pulled back from reinforcements and healing. Most of the men have seen somewhat better days. And the assault guns are being pummeled by the Sherman. Ralph squad flanking up here with the BARs. Already gone for the double upgrade, and has done so by actually making them cheaper to upgrade as well there. Grenades make a bit of impact there on Momo's men. He continues to exert excellent map control here. There you go, massive counterattack here with the 90th Panzergrenadier shown up north here. We got the chaff with the flanking good shot on the 250 half-track. Mildly returns to favour the Cent family cannon. Technically 76.2. Because there's actually a converted Soviet field gun being mounted on them. the early martyr flees there. In the south, you've got the right, of course, the Panzerjägers. Definitely a terrible engagement with those Panzerjägers. And another Achtrad. That's a lot of Achtrads there for Sovereign. Sherman blasting away there. Flares up as well from Momo. Very good. Thumbs up. Martyr there getting snapped at by the M1 anti-tank here. Scouts moving forwards once more. Have been well equipped with the utility package. But yeah, Momo's really exerting strong map control now, and just Sovereign, I think, is in some regards playing too defensively versus Momo. Despite having taken a lot of armored cars and tank destroyers, he's trying to really bring all of this firepower to bear against Momo in an aggressive manner. Which definitely benefits Momo because he's like technically outgunned in a lot of respects, but by his opponent sort of, shall I say, not getting creative in his attack paths, it's really helping Momo, you know, contain him. Got the Martyrs move again. We got a lot of troops standing about here as well. A lot of veteran troops. Some anti-tank rifle shots there. We still really haven't seen like any further upgrades, which is definitely a bit of a surprise. I mean, comparatively, I believe Momo Beyond has like gone for at least several upgrades on his men. He's also bringing up another anti-tanker to help deal with all these Martyrs and Achtrads. Onto pushing forwards here. Armored cars to help back with the anti-tanker. Also got the Sherman up here. Sovereign's definitely lost a bit of his nerve here versus Momo. Honestly, at this point, I think he might have been better off just going straight for the Panzerarmee command and then Panther Fleece the way he's playing. That might just be me. Martyr starting back here. Sherman there sort of poking about. We got the Panzerjägers, the Achtrads pushing forwards here. Big push here for the center, but lacking like any artillery or smoke sources, he can't really like easily deflect that. I mean, he's got the assault gunners, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. And they're busy further down south here. So we got assault continues up here in the center though for the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. 5th Panzergrenadier Company. We got the 6th Panzergrenadier anti-tank they caught out there, but the Alcap, there you go. Blown apart here with the double anti-tank guns, the Shermans as well there. Situation is getting very uncomfortable here for Sovereign. He's moving up the Martyrs now, engaging the Sherman there. Gained the center, but lost the north in the process, and the south is just sort of forgotten here. And his infantry is in such weakened condition, he can't keep up the fight either. He actually researched something? No. It seems to sort of frozen a bit in place strategically. Okay, we got the support armor elements upgrade are being researched now. Interesting choice. Guessing he wants a Stug D. It's that he wants to go for the recovery half-track. And start, like, recovering some of his lost equipment. I mean, that's sort of an idea, I suppose. Except I think most of his vehicles are too close to the enemy to do so. So I'm guessing it's a Stug D he wants here to help blast through Momo's infantry into tank guns. Which is not a bad idea at all. North, you have to encounter the Ralph squad. Heavily damaged. Sovereign realizes he needs to get that before the entire thing explodes. In the south here, Momo's got a little Sherman convoy on the move here. Those assault grenadiers are in for a hell of a surprise. Goes for another Martyr instead of the Stug D. Oh, he cancels the Martyr for Stug D after all. It's looking pretty rough here. Pretty rough. Partly again, he's just playing too, well, passively in a sense for the DAK. Which is really, again, an aggressive faction a lot. If you really want to, I think, do best with it. But he's just sort of like, sitting back a lot of the time. And this is allowing Momo to just steadily advance its lines with anti-tank guns, machine guns, just sort of slowly constrain his opponent. In part because he also keeps focusing on the center, which makes it easier for Momo to concentrate his defenses. So anyways, got the Stug D on the move here. Another massive infantry push. Sturmgeschütz ready. Adding the pin-mounted machine gun to that one. Got the assault getting suppressed here. Almost just grabbing more and more terrain, laying down a lot of mines would be a really good idea about now. North here, plenty of mines there for Momo as well. First Division doing great here. Okay, getting a move on. Slowly but surely. Hauling pretty much everything north now against Momo, would appear. He definitely needs to pick up the pace. He's running out of victory points fast here. There we go, mine goes off, Half-Jet losing quite a bit of engine power there. So they've got the Stuka bombarding the RAF squad there. It's all up north here, just being ripped apart the riflemen. No additional elements here being moved in, no say additional Panzergrenadiers or the Armoured. Not entirely sure why. Got the Chaffee moving in there. Keeping the Shermans in the centre alongside the machine gun, where the antenna. Oh, there's the back of the base there. And we got the Weasels all the way back here. Less than 100 points left of the German army. Momo's Chaffee pouring forwards. Good shots from the Martyrs there, punching several large holes in the centre. They got the Panther being pushed forwards and very rapidly pushed out of there. Get out of here, you goddamn Krauts. Get out of here. Chaffee there falling back. Sees the northern victory point there finally, but really just strong here to keep up control here now versus Momo, and is even more dominant control. He also needs to be careful, like, he's counting himself open to, like, a potential push through here or here, like, it's looking a bit rough there. It's looking a bit rough here. We'll have to see what Momo does next. Move up the anti-tank and see. Sherman's probably planning a move here. Infantry moving up here. It looks like he's going to try and flank around here, and then push up here into the rear here of his opponent's positions, which are also a bit awkwardly set up, spread out, and with no flank support here. So yeah, I think this is a big tactical mistake he committed by the opponent. Momo there is now seizing upon it. Like, the opponent can try and save with the Stuka anti-tank loiter, but even that, of course, after he got nerves, it's going to be a bit risky here. We got another Martyr on the way there for Sovereign. He's pulling everything into the corner, and there you go, pops it, but I think he pops it too soon. Like, he gives Momo too much time to get out of it, and there you go. Kicking up a lot of sand here and dirt, but no American tanks. And there you go, Martyr's getting hit with anti-tank grenades. We got the Panzergrenadiers and the Stuka firing into the advancing GIs as they push through the dusty sands here. Stuka D lands a decent hit there. Was it actually on their own men it hit? Nope. Panzer there being suppressed here, poured on them. Sherman's holding back. He anti-tanks on the move here. In the south, we got the Armoured, another Panzer squad on the move there finally as well. Up north here, Sultan is moving to assist here, but I think it's too late. And now we got the Shermans just taking all the other way around here as Momo just hurts the Martyrs out of the Stuka loiter. And somebody's just focusing out on the range of the anti-tank grenades. Forgets about the possibility the Shermans could just swing around the loiter. And there you go. Martyr down. Second Martyr's about to go down. Stuka D is in deep trouble as well. And there you go. With this, Sovereign is just taking insane losses. And with that, it is very much GG. It's a game with an excellent game played here by Momo. Really good tactical sense. Good build order. Overall, just really played solid here versus Sovereign, who... I mean, he definitely, I think, had some elements going for it. I think he relied a bit too much on the Armoured at times, just throwing them away. But also, he really didn't leverage some of the advantages of the DAK, which, again, I just like in all of these upgrades. Like, Veteran Squaddies with the Infantry had, I think, been a very powerful move there. Just, you know, survival packages and stuff there. They just... I feel like he just sort of kind of fell apart there. And I think he also stuck around too much in the Mechanized Company, when in reality, you're probably just better off going for the Panzer Mech Command, some Panzer Fleas, and then maybe a Stuka zu Fuss. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Support the glorious war effort. Links are in the video description. Or if you're in the market for communists, you can buy the game by linking in the comments using the code DUKE3G. So, thank you all for joining in, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.